Good morning, everybody. Dave Stevens here for Ability Media, and we have quite a story that impacts one of our own. Alena Galan is with us today, and Alena, we know your story. You've had to overcome MPSVI and the things that go along with it, but you're an amazing student. You've obviously been on a reality TV show and know that kind of world, but you've been given a curveball. You went to go get your first shot for the COVID vaccine. You registered. Take us through what happened.
So I had went onto the New York State website. I entered my birthday, my name, anything they asked. I was honest, open, and I put all the information. And I also knew that I was going to be having a really hard surgery for my spine. And so all the doctors said, oh, if you could get the vaccine and an appointment, go for it, go get it. So I went, made the appointment. There was actually a snow day, and so that actually pushed my appointment down a little. So my mom had been on the phone multiple times calling. She told my information. I was 23 years old, and she said I had a rare genetic disease, but I was also having a spinal surgery, and I wanted to make sure that I went in protected. And all the people on the hotline said, no, you're fine. You can go on. You can go in. They'll give you the vaccine, and it's great. You'll be protected. And so, lo and behold, when we got to the Westchester County Center, and I actually had to use a wheelchair for assistance just because I couldn't stand for long since I'm having trouble with my spine. Before the whole injury happened, I was walking, running, dancing, doing everything, and I was walking miles. So this is like a whole new circumstance. And so when I went there, and we went right through to the front, the Army surgeon guy, the one who was the head of the place that basically who's running all the vaccines, we showed them, my mom and I showed them my letter. The doctors know that I was having surgery. And they're like, nope, sorry, you can't get your vaccine. And we were like, what? We were in total shock. And so my mom was like, there's got to be a way, because we signed up. They said we could get the vaccine. Nobody said we couldn't get the vaccine. Even the hospitals were like, yeah, get it so you're protected. If I didn't get the vaccine, or if I don't get the vaccine, then if I do get COVID, I'd probably die because of my airways. And I'd rather be going into surgery protected. And so he was like, nope, you can't get it. You're not the first person that tried to get it. And we were just in total shock. And we walked away with no vaccine. And now I'm going to surgery with no vaccine. So if I catch COVID, who knows what's going to happen? I'm praying that I'll be okay, but I'm also trying to advocate for other people, because other people with challenges, disabilities, or even just in having a critical surgery like I am, that spinal surgery, I think it's so important that you're vaccinated and have the opportunity to get that chance, because what they did there was they took a chance away from me, and a chance to be able to be the healthiest as I possibly can be. And this vaccine is, you can't fight this.
It makes no sense to me, and I'm just
Mm.
curious because we don't ask for special favors. We're not looking for cutting to the
Yeah.
front of the line. It's a health issue that needs to be addressed. And I know the National Council on Disability just announced today that they're pressing the governors and states to step up the access for those that really need it, because there is now a way to help people in these homes and people trying to live their lives just like you. So take us through that process, though. When you're right in line, you've probably been waiting a while, you're around other people, and suddenly you're rejected. I mean, didn't people look and go, no, we can't do this to, she's here, let's just do this? I mean, how
Yeah.
embarrassing was that for you?
Well, I think it was definitely embarrassing. We actually got in quicker because I was in a wheelchair. But the thing was that when we got there, all the military people that were standing there were shocked when he said no. They were like, you mean you can't give it to her? And my mother was like, I'll give her my appointment. I'll give her my vaccine. And he's like, nope, sorry. We can't transfer appointments and we can't give. And my mom's like, I will literally not take my vaccine. I'll give it to her. Say that, it could be transferred to her. And it just doesn't make sense that you would think somebody would be like, all right, they had an appointment and the mother is willing to sacrifice for her daughter. And it's just mind boggling that people don't even think about like how that just doesn't even make sense. It's not comprehensible how you can't try to save a life just because you think you're following rules, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. And
Now,
it's shocking.
I know one of the TV stations in New York did something. Is that helping? Has anyone reached out to like Marcus Molinaro or any of those folks out there to see what can be done, or what's been, the support that you've received over the last 24 hours?
Well, what's actually shocking was that all my followings and everybody's been messaging me saying, oh, go here, go there. And I'm like, I tried because all the appointments are closed, but it's amazing how since being on Smothered, people recognize me on CBS. And so then I got even more people. But the other thing that was very humbling was that Lisa Rosner, who had interviewed me, has been trying to contact the state for me, but also she's been getting multiple emails of people saying, I'll give her my appointment. And it's just amazing how helpful people want to be, but it's also amazing to me that the people in the government and the state, they're saying, no, you can't transfer an appointment. So even though now I definitely fit the requirements of getting the vaccine, they're still saying no. And so right now, I actually found this CBS News story on Google Feeds. So I think it's getting a lot of buzz and word of mouth. So maybe something will happen.
Well, when we're done, I have to cover this to protect him, but I happen to be friends with your Dutchess County executive, Marcus Molinaro. So when this is done, he's going to get a little email from me that I'll be able to send to him and just kind of like, hey, look,
Yeah,
we have some people in your state that really need some help. And I want to thank you for joining us. And I'm thinking a
thank
lot of
you.
good is hopefully going to come out of this. As we wrap, how are your spirits today for you and your mom?
They're pretty good. We're very nervous going into surgery, but we're hoping for a successful surgery. And I'm happy that we even got the story out, not just for me, but maybe it can make an impact and help somebody else who is really in need of the vaccine. And that's what I want to do. I want to help others. I mean, I rather die trying to help others than not saying anything. So it's good. We fight for everybody's life, and that's important.
That's awesome, and it just shows you that courage can come in small packages. So
Yes, right.
continue to be cheery, and it's going to happen. And thank you for joining us a little bit today for Ability Media. Don't forget to follow us on abilitymedia.com and all the amazing things that we're doing here at the School of Communications, including this person here having a webcast and podcast that we're working on. So stay tuned for us and continue to keep us updated, Alena. Best of luck to you in the future. I'm Dave Stevens. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.